Let's talk about breaking the cycle, right? And if you can, without, unveiling a lot of stuff that may be forthcoming in the movie and other stuff that you may be doing, what did your healing process look like? And what were some of the hardest habits or mindsets you had to unlearn?
I had to get over the fear of being alone, the fear that, my ex-husband told me no one will ever want you. You will be alone for the rest of your life. That is a hard thing. That is a
Ah,
hard thing for women. And that's very common. I get this one a lot with a lot of women who are trying to get out of very difficult, sometimes narcissistic relationships. Is the goal is to kind of break you down so that you'll stay. So those are my fears that I had to overcome. And then I also had to overcome both anxious attachment and a hyper independence. And when I
mm.
got into my next
Please
relationship,
describe what hyper independence is,
mm,
because we attract a
yeah,
lot of very successful Black women to our platform and so
yep.
forth. This might be helpful.
I let's talk about independent and interdependence, right?
Okay.
So there's independent. If we think about it, I like to think of it as a Venn diagram. So you have
Okay.
dependent, where you're fully, dependent on somebody else for everything. And that's not a healthy state to be in a relationship. And then we have independent, where I don't need you. I'm good on my own. I don't really need you. What we
Right.
really want is that space in between. If those two circles collided, and that space in between is interdependence. That is a healthy state and a relationship where both people in the relationship are interdependent. But it's hard. It's a hard balance, and especially it's hard in the dating scene. It's hard in our modern society, the way that dating is these days. But I had to get out of that sense of, and it was protective. Like, if I'm not going to get my needs met in a relationship, then I don't have any needs, right? I can take care of
Mm,
myself. I can do
right.
everything by myself. And I had gotten into such a hyper independent place that I couldn't allow the masculine energy in to really allow me to sit in my femininity. And sitting in our femininity, women, I know it's hard to hear, is actually where we are healthy. We were born to be in our feminine energy, and we are born to actually allow men to be in their masculine energy. And it's not
Right.
about submission, it's not about weakness, because actually I believe the feminine energy is the strongest energy on the earth. And if we
Right. Right.
allow ourselves to sit in it and not try to be a man, then we will actually have peace and comfort and joy in our relationships.